You're listening to Fucks Given, the one where I went to my first sex party and Reed came too. Yay! I actually kind of feel like an imposter saying it was my first sex party because it's like I have been to one before, I just wasn't able to participate. So it didn't feel the same.
Yeah, I mean, as we know, your first is kind of really the time that you make it. So
Yes.
if you feel like this was your first proper experience at a sex party, then yeah.
Yeah. This was the sex party where I could go wild.
Yes, and did you go wild?
Yes and no. Like, it's funny because I feel like I had expectations, obviously, going into the party, and I was actually really, really nervous on the day as well.
Yeah.
Like, I suddenly got into like a weird, bad place. I was crying about my ex, and I was like, where is this even coming from? I don't understand. But I was like, I just need to get it out. And then I came to yours, we got ready, and I think getting in the outfits got me in our mood.
Oh yeah, it's
Which
like it was putting on your war paint, right?
Yeah,
It's
kind
like
of modelling.
you put your
Mine's
makeup on,
broken after last night.
Oh my god, so's mine. Snap. I was like, no one will see this.
No, I know, it's so annoying. I guess that's just, what happens at sex parties.
Yes.
Not only are they bruised and sore, the skin has torn on one of my nips. So I was like, yesterday at the sex party, I had to say to who I ended up having fun with, I was like, can't touch my nipples because this happened. They're very, very sore.
Oh.
And also just like even under the mesh of the top was like, ugh. I think what I really loved about the party last night is that it was so consensual. Like everyone was so on it. No one would like pressure anyone. And like if you did, you would be kicked out. We saw one person get kicked out.
Interesting.
And
they're very on it. So we went to Crossbreed, and they do most of their parties every Sunday. And before we went, we did dress up.
Yes.
We got a cab over there, walked over to the event, and while you're in the queue, just before you go in, you get, I don't want to say interviewed, is that the right word? Interviewed, questioned.
It's like a vibe check, they call it.
Yes, literally a vibe check, by somebody who basically just wants to know what you're about and you're not there for the wrong reasons, and asks you about the rules that they have on their page, and just make sure that you're like in the know about what's safe and what isn't at a sex party, which
so
is
that
cool.
Everyone feels safe inside because everyone's literally vetted at the door.
How did you feel when you went into the venue?
It was pretty overwhelming, not gonna lie. I think when I was in, it's like I feel like I've been in these spaces before, but in a slightly different way. So I mean, everyone just seemed really friendly. The energies were really, really great. I think because of the frame of mind I was in, I found it really hard to be like, I felt a bit socially awkward because I was just like, I don't know like how to like chat to new people. I don't really know how to I wasn't in a place where I was confident in like holding a conversation, to be honest. So I kind of needed people to be a little bit more like forthcoming to me, because I was kind of nervous to go up to people. And I think, like I said in the previous episode, like when I went in, I was like, this could be like a really great space for me to explore my sexuality and actually like kiss some women, and that didn't happen, which I was like kind of disappointed by. But then by the end of the night, I kind of processed that, and I was just like, it's fine, like there's other times, there's other opportunities, maybe this just isn't the space to do that in, because maybe like going on individual dates would actually be better rather than in quite like an intense like sexual way, like straight away. Although like I definitely have gone away from it thinking I would love to have any kind of like threesome, foursome, like in the playroom, because I think that would be a big vibe.
Also, the venue is, I mean, most sex parties, the venue is like mixed between a dance area and sort of like a chill chatting area. And because it was so hot and humid yesterday, I think that's why it felt really intense, because everybody was in the outside area. Everybody.
Yeah.
It was really busy. But then they had a huge playroom upstairs. And before you go into the playroom, they question you. They ask if, are you intoxicated? They kind of, again, do a vibe check. What are you there for? Are you there to just look or play or sit or chill?
Yeah.
What's the plan?
Which is cool.
To basically, really cool. To basically avoid people just going in and gawping.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then making other people feel uncomfortable. So yeah, that was really cool. It was probably the biggest sort of playroom that I'd seen. It was kind of like industrial dungeony, but not like stereotypical dungeony. It was very like cool, modernish dungeon.
Cages, with railings, and like
lots of seating,
benches.
Yeah, with like padding on them. And it was like the light was really nice in there as well. The way they had lit it. It was very dark with like a lot of like blues, and I think it was a lot of blues and
there was
pinks.
a red light.
Yeah.
Which was really great in one of my sessions.
Oh my god, I love this. Hey, curious fuckers watching us on YouTube, just to give you a word of caution, this episode has been edited for YouTube safety purposes. It's basically like the safe for work version.
Lame. So if you want the explicit stuff, you better go back to your podcast apps, Apple, Spotify, and go listen to us there for the full episode.
What were you wearing, Florence?
So I was wearing like a black mesh top, long sleeve, kind of like
with your
high
nipples
in the neck,
through.
with nothing underneath. With this like bondagey kind of strap thing above, which is kind of like a bra shape but with no middle.
Yeah. For those who aren't watching this brief moment on YouTube.
And I was just wearing like a black thong and fishnet tights.
Yeah.
And Doc Martens.
And you looked dope.
Thanks. I felt really good. I think when I dressed up, I was like, yeah, you look hot. So this is great.
I think the dressing up part really helps you get into the mindset of going to a place like that. It's also really nice to dress up like that. Something way risky.
So
and that's
risky.
Completely accepted.
What were you wearing?
I was pretty much in this, if you can't see it. I was in like a little pink lingerie set with a white harness over the top with spikes and pink flowers on, and then also a white harness skirt. So pretty. With some big chunky trainers.
Yes. We were kind of like naughty and nice.
Yes, we had like a little bit of like,
and I was
godly
the naughty
sinners
one.
going on. You were the fucking naughty one.
She was the innocent one over there.
Yes. I mean, I was innocent of the night. Sam and I, we got kissing with this other girl that Sam was chatting to on Instagram or Field potentially. Yeah. So that was really nice to like chat to someone that we semi knew, and then Sam and I ended up going to the playroom and having some sex, just us two, just sort of figuring it out. But that was kind of the extent of our fun, and by that point we were like, okay, cool, we've seen it, we've been here, let's go home, especially because it's a Sunday night and Sam had work to do the next day.
Yeah, it's the interesting thing about having it on a Sunday. It's fine for us because like our schedules are pretty, I mean,
all
we
over
started
the place,
recording
flexible.
at 1, so it's like, we're good.
Yeah, we were both messaging each other this morning like, man, I haven't even got out of bed yet. Like, my period just dropped. It was good timing as well. Thank God it didn't come yesterday.
Because you were in all white.
I was in all white as well. Imagine, like, suddenly just blood play on the fucking playroom floor. Like, fuck that.
Shit. Yeah, that would have been...
Suffering today, though. But yes, what did you get
Shall
up
I
to,
tell
Florence?
you the story?
Yes, I want to know.